This is game 2 of the doubleheader between Arroyo Seco and Riverside here in Sccbl action. We'll be right back with you with the first pitch pretty soon. Hello and welcome to our broadcast of Game 2 of the doubleheader Sccbl action between the Riverside Bulldogs and the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. And these teams just finished a game against each other, which the Sentinels beat the Bulldogs 12-5. Game 2 has some lineup changes. Not much different for the Bulldogs because they don't have too many players to spare, but a good amount of differences for the Sentinels. On the mound for the Bulldogs is Brendan Wetnight, and the same leadoff hitter from last game for the Sentinels is up, Andres Kim, but he was DH last game. This time he's playing second base. So he stands in against Wetnight. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game, and it is high for a ball. Ball one.
We've seen Wetnight a couple times now for the Bulldogs. He was a late add-in in the late half of the season. There's only a couple games left in this Sccbl season as Andres Kim squares around a bunt but pulls it back for a ball. So ball two now. And Wetnight, we've seen flashes of good pitching from him in the couple innings that he's worked. And let's see what he gets to start today. So let's see what he gets to do here in game two against this Arroyo Seco lineup as Kim looks at strike one. 2-1.
Kim is the only player who played all of last game to be in the starting lineup for the second game for the Sentinels. And he takes called strike two, and it is now 2-2.
Nice pitch there by Wetnight right on the outside corner. Looking to just get, like we were talking about with Doherty last game, want to start off first inning 1-2-3. Not fall behind here.
And the 2-2 just misses outside. Ball three, 3-2.
If you weren't with us last game, the Sentinels led the Bulldogs 7-5 going into the eighth inning, where they scored 3 runs and 2 more in the ninth to win 12-5.
The 3-2 pitch is a called strike three on the inside corner, so Wetnight starts it off with a backwards K, and that will retire Andres Kim, who has a little conversation with the next batter, Andrew Schultz, tonight's designated hitter for the Sentinels. And he is a lefty hitter. Didn't see him play at all last game. We'll see him only at the plate in the second game. Wetnight, another pitcher, pitching just from the stretch. And his first pitch, another showing bunt, pulled back, that time for a ball. 1-0 to Schultz.
Want to get ahead here against Schultz, the 1-0.
That ball is chopped into the Sentinel dugout on the third base side. Foul ball, strike one, 1-1.
First pitch, 4:44 p.m. Last game climaxed to about 3 hours and 15 minutes as we are here game 2, 1-1.
That ball is chopped almost identically to the foul ball, but to the third baseman, and he throws it away. That is Jesse Villalobos over there at third, and it flew by Zach Bowman playing first, hit the fence, and rolled way into right field. So Schultz will advance to second on the error. So second batter in the game, and already an error for the Bulldogs, and that'll bring up the third hitter, Jackson Critch. Number 19, he's playing shortstop this game for the Sentinels. The third hitter in game 2 of this doubleheader. First pitch to him, a called strike. Critch goes to San Francisco State University. Bay Area. San Francisco. And there's a back pick to second base, and he is out. So a nifty play there. Sam Neufeld made the tag. Schultz was just too far off second base. So
I feel like this is deja vu, Drew. In the first game, they got a leadoff base runner, and he gets picked off between first and second. And now it wasn't a leadoff base runner, but a guy on second, and he gets picked off at second base. So
even more rare is a pick off at second base. And then the second pitch finally to Critch is a called strike, so it's 0-2. And just like that, Wet Knight is really close to getting out of this inning unscathed.
0-2, I don't see anything being close here. Yeah, the ball's up by the chin. 1-2 now, 2 outs. Jackson Critch batting third.
Third hitter was Brock Bell last game. He had a heck of a game.
Yeah, 2 for 4, 6 RBIs. Really the difference in that ball game was that number 3 hitter.
That missed for a ball, so it's 2-2 with 2 outs here. Top of the first inning, game 2 at Corona High School. And a swing and a miss tipped into the catcher's glove, actually. And that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 error. But he was erased at second base. So after 1/2 of an inning, it's Arroyo Seco 0, Riverside 0. We'll be right back. We're back at Corona High School for game 2 of this Sccbl matchup between the Arroyo Seco Sentinels and the Riverside Bulldogs. Here's the starting lineup for both teams. Leading off for the Sentinels, we already saw the first 3 hitters. Andres Kim, the second baseman, Andrew Schultz, the DH, Jackson Critch, the shortstop, followed by Darren Tesson, the catcher, Joe Morin, the left fielder, Brandon Benson, the right fielder, Jason Ajamian, the first baseman, Daniel Clore, the third baseman, and Noah Barba in center field, with Jonathan Rusamano on the mound, and he'll face Kyle Kayberry to lead off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, misses high. Kayberry playing left field again and leading off 2 straight games now. Aaron Halpert is playing second base, batting second. Pearson Loska batting third. He's catching today. The 1-0 to Kayberry misses outside. Max Merkovich is playing center field again, batting fourth. Zach Bowman playing first, batting fifth. Here's the 2-0 to Kayberry. Swings and fouls it straight back. 2-1. Batting sixth for the Bulldogs, designated hitter Alex Rodriguez. He played third last game. Jesse Villalobos is playing third, batting seventh. Made that error. Marcelo Arcos is back in right field, batting ninth, and I accidentally skipped batting eighth, the shortstop Sam Neufeld. 2-1 to Kayberry, fouls it off the backstop again. 2-2.
Yeah, some big cuts here by Kayberry. Both foul balls were massive cuts. He's trying to do some damage here to start off this bottom of the first inning.
trying to take the lead early. They first time in a while they've held the opposition scoreless in the top of the first, so they'd hope to jump on that opportunity. That ball misses in, almost hits K-Berry, doesn't even move though, and it's full, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch, and it's hit hard into left field. It kind of jammed him, so it was hit hard enough to get over the shortstop's head and soft enough to land in front of the left fielder for a base hit for K-Berry. And that'll bring up Aaron Halpert. Played shortstop last game. He's playing second base this game, batting second.
Yeah, and K-Berry led off last game in the first inning with a base hit, or a walk, more shall I say. Now Halpert, we'll see what he does. K-Berry stole late in the count last game. Let's see what he does here with Halpert at the plate.
Here's Rusmano from the stretch, and he misses low for ball 1-0 to Halpert. And the 1-0 pitch is grounded hard but foul down the third baseline.
Rusmano quick to the plate, so it's going to be hard for K-Berry to steal a bag. Always hard when a pitcher from a stretch has a slide step and is very fast to home plate. Makes it a lot easier for a catcher. If you're a catcher, you love that because it gives you a chance to throw somebody out at second base.
Here comes the 1-1. K-Berry not taking a big lead at all, and it misses just low. 2-1 now to Halpert.
Halpert's been one of the streaky hot hitters for the Bulldogs in the last couple games.
2-1 pitch, grounded hard but right to the second baseman. He takes a bobble, gets the out at second, throws it onto first for the double play. So good recovery. That's Kim over there. Andres Kim at second base. He flipped to Critch at shortstop, who threw a dart across to a Jamian at first for the double play. So now there are 2 outs, nobody on, and the catcher of the second game, Pearson Loska, hit a home run in the last game.
Yeah, that's a good play by Kim there. Didn't panic, picked it up, stayed with the play, got the double play.
First pitch to Loska, misses for a ball low and inside. Rusmano has to love that double play ball, pitcher's best friend. Here comes the 1-0. Loska swings, hits it pretty hard, and it eats up the shortstop Critch. He hit it hard, but still looked like Critch probably should have made a play on that. It kind of took a weird hop on him. Either way, Loska standing on first base, and there are 2 outs, man on first, and another player who hit a home run last game, Max Merkovich, standing in the box.
Yeah, Merkovich hit probably one of the longest home runs out of the group. Dead center right off the batter's eye. Got out of here fast too. Straight on a line.
Kept carrying. Here's the first pitch. He swings and fouls it into the parking lot beyond the backstop. 0-1.
A 1-2 out, 0-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Pearson Loska at first base. Max Mirkovich at the plate. J.D. Rusmano pitching for Arroyo Seco.
The second pitch is popped up into foul territory. The first baseman didn't see it. That's a Jamian over there. So a break for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
it looked like
he lost in his son.
It would have been a playable ball, but he didn't see it for a second. Catcher tried to run over there and make the play and was unable to reach. So it just falls as a foul ball, and it's 0-2 to Merkovich instead of that being the third out of the inning.
That's kind of a nice little good luck spell there for the Bulldogs, and see if Merkovich can take advantage of that.
So the 0-2 to Merkovich misses high, way high, 1-2.
A good pitch there. Don't want to, anything close, up and away. Good eye there by Merkovich to lay off that.
Here comes the 1-2. And that ball misses. Low and inside. It's 2-2. It's 2 outs. Merkovich up. Loska on first. It's still a 0-0 game here in the bottom of the first inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader. And here comes the 2-2. Swung on and fouled straight back into the backstop. So we'll try it again, 2-2.
Two RBIs last game for Merkovich. Looking to put a ball in the gap here.
Loska's not the fastest runner, so it will take a gap shot. But the off-speed fools Merkovich. He swings and misses for the third strike and the third out. So no runs on one hit. There's one error. And after one inning, the score is tied 0-0. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Corona High School. Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Riverside Bulldogs and the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Brendan Wetnight back on the mound for inning number 2, and he faces the 4-hitter for the Sentinels, the catcher Darren Tesson. And he shows bunt and pulls back, and that pitch misses for a ball outside, 1-0.
Tesson didn't play last game, so gets his first at-bat of the day against Wetnight.
Comes the 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Wetnight stares him down, comes set. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on and grounded hard to the shortstop. That's Neufeld. He comes up with it, throws across to Bowman at first for the out. Number 1 to start the top of the second inning. And now batting will be the left fielder, Joe Morin.
Yeah, a nice little... I'm sorry, Drew. You keep going.
I was saying number 28, but that's it. Go ahead.
I have nothing to say anymore.
Okay. Wetnight delivers the first pitch. Swung on and grounded off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Halpert throws on to first. So quickly there are 2 down here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, just nice little change up there. Got him off the... Got a little cue shot off the end of the bat. And Halpert made the play. Threw it out first base. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the top of the second inning.
Here comes Brandon Benson up to plate. We saw him very briefly in game 1. He pinch ran and then came right out of the game after he finished his job as a runner. Here's the first pitch to him. Called strike. And this umpire in game 2 likes the low strike. That's apparent early. Benson right back in the box. Wetnight ready to pitch. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled, tipped. Back to the backstop.
Gotta love this by Wet Knight, working fast and working ahead. And it's fun as a defense to work behind a pitcher who works fast and throws strikes. And again, he's ahead 0-2 here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul right behind home plate. So he'll stay alive, and it remains 0-2.
Oh, 2 out, 0-0, top of the second inning. Arroyo Seco at the plate.
Here comes second try at 0-2. And he just misses on the outside corner.
Got the defense walking in there. It looked like a pretty good, really good pitch. But the umpire didn't think so. So now 1-2.
1-2 to Benson. On its way. Swung on and takes the glove off of Wet Knight. He stops it and throws to first for the out. That was quite a play. It looked like he was going to catch it. Took his glove right off of his hand and rolled slowly down the mound. He picked it up and threw on to first very calmly. A great play by Wet Knight will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Sentinels in that inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Score remains tied 0-0. Welcome back to the broadcast here at Corona High School. A lovely field. We've got game 2 of the Riverside Bulldogs taking on the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Here in the bottom of the second, it's 0-0. Zach Bowman, Alex Rodriguez, and Jesse Villalobos to hit for the Bulldogs should anyone reach. We'll see Sam Neufeld all against J.D. Rusamano. Bowman stands in. You'll see the first pitch of the game for him, and he swings through it for strike one. Bowman wasn't here for game 1, so he's fresh compared to some of his teammates who just played an entire 3-hour game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and flied up into left field, into no man's land. The left fielder will come in and make the play. That's Joe Morin out there. And so there is one out quickly here in the bottom of the second. And Alex Rodriguez, in his first at-bat last game, hit a 2-run bomb home run.
Yeah, right over the scoreboard. Hit a really no-doubter, you could say, by Alex Rodriguez. And here, again, no runs for either team. One out here in the second inning. Let's see what A-Rod 2.0 can do against Rusamano.
Playing DH this game. He takes a ball high for the first pitch. Playing DH and batting 6th. Batted 5th and played 3rd last game.
Made some pretty nice plays at third, too.
And he takes the second pitch for a ball inside and low. So it's 2-0 to A-Rod. Still wearing number 15. And 2-0 delivery by Rusamano is a called strike. A-Rod thought about swinging at that one, but held up.
Yeah, 2-0, that little off-speed pitch there. You don't want to swing at that. Good pitch there by Rusamano. Got you tip your cap to a nice little slider over the plate.
And the 2-1 misses high fastball there, so it's 3-1 to Alex Rodriguez. Good hitter's count to be in. We'll see what he can do with it. Here comes the 3-1. Called strike at the knees, another low strike call by this umpire. He's been consistent with that so far. And it's a full count to Alex Rodriguez. 3-1, not something he would have done a lot of damage with, so.
Jesse Villalobos on deck.
And he takes a called strike 3 on the full count pitch on the outside corner. So full count, and he strikes out, and he didn't even swing the bat. And here comes Jesse Villalobos. 2 outs now. Villalobos playing third base today. He can play a lot of different positions. We saw him on the mound. We saw him in right field last game a little bit. He didn't start. Starting this one. And here's the first pitch he'll see today. And it's a called strike.
Yeah, Villalobos definitely a jack of all trades, you could say. Plays all positions pretty well. And he's at third base in this game too.
And here's the 0-1. A slider that misses low. 1-1.
I think I've seen him play every single position except for catcher. But then again, we don't go to every away game, so he might have got in at catcher maybe one game.
Here comes the 1-1, and that misses low and outside. Villalobos is a good tool to have for any coach, but especially for Chris Joyce here with his limited Bulldogs roster. It's nice to have a guy that can fit into a lot of holes.
Yeah, utility players are always wanted. They're always good assets to have on a team.
The 2-1 pitch is low for a ball, and it is 3-1 to Villalobos. So once again, a good hitter's count. Let's see how Rusamano handles it. Was able to strike out Rodriguez last time on 2 straight called strikes. We'll see what Villalobos does here on the 3-1 pitch. Takes a called strike. Low at the knees. So this umpire does have his zone. And pretty soon the hitters and the pitchers will figure that out.
And Rusamano is really, he's finding that zone, especially when he's behind in the count.
That ball is swung on and grounded. Kim with a nice play to his left, gloves it and throws on to first. That's a Jamian over there for the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors that half inning. After 2 full, the score remains tied, 0-0. We'll be right back. And here we are, back on YouTube, back amplified in the top of the 3rd inning at Corona High School, where the Riverside Bulldogs are knotted up with the Arroyo Seco Sentinels 0-0. Leading off the top of the 3rd is the 7-hitter, Jason Ajamian, for Arroyo Seco, and he takes a first pitch high for a ball. Brendan Wetnight still on the mound. He's pitched well for the first 2 so far. Trying to keep it going here in the 3rd. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And he misses in the dirt, 2-0.
Wet night, 23 pitches through 2. So a little bit different from him and Doherty. Doherty struggled a little bit out of the gate last game, but bounced back very well in the last 3 innings he pitched, not giving up a run.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and it misses inside, so 3-0. First time we've seen Wet Knight really fall behind a hitter, and we'll see how he reacts to this situation. .30 pitch is ball 4. Misses just outside, I guess.
That's the first at bat I've seen, though, this umpire not be very gracious to those outside pitches, and I thought at least some of them caught the corner, but apparently not, as a leadoff walk here for Arroyo Seco. And now coming to the plate is Daniel Cloer.
Daniel Cloer playing third base in this second game. Big shoes to fill with Brock Bell playing there the first game. Had 6 RBIs. And there is ball 1 inside on the first pitch to him. Daniel Cloer. Wet Knight would love a double play ball here. Here comes the 1-0. And he misses inside again, 2-0. So 6 pitches this inning and 6 balls. Not great for Wet Knight after 2 strong first innings.
Got to bear down here, still work down in the zone, get a ground ball. Got a good middle infield to turn a double play, so let's see if Wet Knight can do anything.
Wet Knight does work slower than we saw Doherty and McCollum and others last game. And his 2-0 pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 now to Cloer. And he's just standing on the mound, waiting for Cloer to call timeout, which he finally does right before he delivers the pitch. So we'll
good pitch at that, too. Nice little slider. Probably would have been called a strike, but
so we'll try again, 2-1.
Timeout was called.
Jamian's over there on first base, taking a lead. That ball is fouled into the parking lot, so it's 2-2 now. Hits a car on a bounce. Sets off a car alarm. And now it's 2-2. Nobody out in this inning. A Jamian on first, Daniel Cloer batting. The 2-2 from Wet Knight. Swung on and popped foul into the parking lot again.
Little battle here between Cloer and Wet Knight. 0-0 is the score. Top of the 3rd inning.
And we'll try 2-2 again. From Wet Knight, here it comes. Swung on, and that one's popped foul again, but in play that time, but it lands harmlessly to the ground. Arcos gave it a nice try, as did Zach Bowman, but neither of them were close enough to get there. So, the count remains 2-2. Noah Barba is on deck. We saw him come in as a backup last game. Gets the start in center in this one. And here comes the 2-2 again. Check swing in the dirt, a good block by Loska. So that's ball 3, 3-2. They appealed to the on-field umpire, but again, he's over by second base, so not a much better angle than the home plate umpire has. And he calls it no swing, so it's 3-2.
Yeah, really hard to tell if he goes or not. You don't get really a nice little vantage point from down the line rather than right behind the pitcher's mound.
And the 3-2 pitch is called strike 3 on the outside corner. So a big pitch there by Wet Knight, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter Noah Barba. And there is 1 out with a man on first. Barba, lefty hitter. Number 29. Stepping in. Wet Knight checks over on Jamie in at first. And here comes the first pitch to Barba. And it's a called strike, low and outside corner. And a good pitch, a
Outside
good place
corner
to
again, yeah. Outside corner again. This game is something the umpire loves, and as Wet Knight, you got to know that. You got to go toward that. So is Loska too. He's got to call those.
And here comes the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. A good block by Loska to keep a Jamie in at first base. But it is a ball, 1-1. Still 1 out here. Corona High School. Weather's getting nicer as we get closer to nighttime. Runner goes, a big swing and a miss. The throw by Loska is perfect. And Neufeld applies the tag. So a big throw there for the second out. A Jamian was toast. Maybe a hit and run. That Barba did not hit, so Loska had plenty of time and still made a perfect throw. And so now it's 1-2 with 2 outs and nobody on base. And here comes the 1-2 pitch to Barba, and he swings and misses. So another good inning by Wet Knight. Another scoreless inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, but he was erased by the caught stealing. We head to the bottom of the third. The score remains tied 0-0. Welcome back to our broadcast of Sccbl baseball action. Riverside Bulldogs, Arroyo Seco Sentinels tied up. No runs apiece. Sam Neufeld will lead off the bottom of the third inning against J.D. Rusamano. Neufeld playing shortstop in Game 2 after playing DH in the last game. So he's well rested for the field. And here comes the first pitch to him, and he hits it on one hop. A diving play by Andres Kim. He made a great diving stab at the one hopper, but then throw it away. It's a lot happened. He made a tremendous stop, tried to get up and throw. Neufeld was going to beat the throw and threw it away. Neufeld rounded and had to end up diving back into first after the first baseman, Jamian, came up with it. But it's a base hit.
Yeah, what a great play, though, by Kim. Great effort. Just kind of couldn't get the throw on line, and Neufeld beats it out for a single. And a leadoff single at that, as now it'll be the number 9 hitter, Marcelo Arcos.
Arcos started last game in right field, came out for Villalobos, starting again in right, and he takes ball 1 inside.
So leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the third. 0-0 is the score. Let's see if the Bulldogs can tally up some hits, some back-to-back hits, and get around the board.
And the Sentinels also had a leadoff hit in the third as the second pitch misses for ball 2. But they were unable to do anything with it, so hopefully for the Bulldogs they can capitalize on the base runner. And here comes the 2-0 delivery. Grounded hard, a nice snag by the third baseman, and he throws it away into right field trying to get the runner at second. And so, once again, a nice defensive stop, but then the throw was what got away. And so, Neufeld moves up to third. Arco stands at first, and that'll be an error on the third baseman. He made a tremendous stab, backhanded stab, and then turned and threw wildly in the dirt. The second baseman, Kim, couldn't make a stop on it, and it rolled into right field. And so it is first and third, nobody out. And the top of the lineup, Kyle Kayberry, is up. He already has a hit today. And he is in a prime RBI spot here. Arcos, and there's a balk by Rusamano. Arcos took off and then stopped while Rusamano was still holding it. He tried to step off, but he moved the wrong way. And Neufeld will come in to score for the first run of the ball game, and Arcos moves up to second. Kayberry still up, and a 0-0 count. Nobody out this inning, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Here comes the first pitch to Kayberry. He takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. So good job by the Bulldogs to scrap together some plays to score a run. Kayberry takes a half swing and misses. And it's 0-2 to him here with nobody out. Arco staying on second base.
Yeah, it just looked like Arcos kind of got in his head a little bit, and he just panicked up there and did things before he thought. And there's a back pick, and Marcos is safe at second.
Just safe.
But Arcos is definitely in his head out there on the base pad. That's what you want to do. And that balk gives them a 1-0 lead. And now with Marcel Arcos at second, Kayberry, 0-2, he's got a battle, but maybe a ground ball to right side moves him, or a base hit's even better.
Kayberry takes an 0-2 breaking ball that fools him, and is called for strike 3. He doesn't swing, but he takes the third strike, and there's out number 1. Arcos remains at second base, and here comes Aaron Halpert for his second at-bat of the game. Bulldogs lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 out. Here comes the first pitch to Halpert, and it misses low for ball 1.
Ayers ended up hurting Riverside Bulldogs in the first game, and Arroyo Seco's got 2 in this game, and they've ended up to hurt them so far. Ayers will kill you as defense. Arcos is on the move. Throw is in time. Great throw.
Great throw and a great play by the third baseman. That is Daniel Clore. He caught it in his glove right as Arcos was sliding into his glove and was able to hold on to it for the out. That's the second out of the inning. So Arcos had some good base running there and tried to capitalize more on it and ended up being caught on a good play by the Sentinels. So it's 2-0, and Halpert chops one to third base. That's Clore charging in. Tries to barehand it. Can't make the play on the high hop. I don't know if he would have had him anyway. Halpert can fly down that line. Regardless, Halpert's safe at first. There's 2 outs, and Pearson Loska, the catcher of the second game, is up to bat. What would you call that, a hit?
That's a hit, yeah. There's no way he's going to, even if he picked that ball cleanly, I think Halpert still beats it out. Just a nice little high chopper off the plate.
I would agree with you there. There's a back pick to first base. So Loska has yet to see his first pitch. Halpert standing on first after his infield hit. Rusamano took his time to deliver a called strike, another low strike to Pearson Loska. So it's 0-1, 2 outs. Bulldogs scored a run this inning, so they lead 1-0. Halpert takes his lead off first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It misses inside. Loska has to duck out of the way of it. 1-1.
Ball in the gap will definitely score Halpert. So Loska definitely has the power to do that.
And there's another pick attempt at first base, and Halpert just dives in safely. Some of the Sentinels thought they got him, but the umpire disagrees, so he's safe at first still. 1-1 count to Lovska, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
1-0, Bulldogs lead.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside. Ball 2, 2-1. We're here at Corona High School. Game 1 was pretty hot. Game 2 is much more comfortable, I'd say, here at 5:30 p.m. in the Inland Empire. Comes the 2-1 pitch, and it misses high. Ball 3, 3-1.
Yeah, so perfect opportunity here for Lovska to get a pitch where he can drive something in a gap. Halpert's got to be ready, got to get a good secondary off first base so he could score on a ball in the gap.
We saw Lovska get a hold of one in the first game and hit a home run to right field as Rusamano tries to pick Halpert again at first. He gets back safely. Here we go with the 3-1. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the backstop. So the count is full here with 2 outs and Halpert standing at first base. Bulldogs lead 1-0. Aided by some misplay by the Sentinels, but they'll take it. Lovska chops one off the glove of the pitcher. Charging in is the shortstop. That's Critch, and he can't make the play. The ball was misdirected by the pitcher's glove, by Rusamano's glove, and so Critch had to change his route and was unable.
1-0 here. Bottom of the third inning. Bulldogs lead as Murkovich looks for the second pitch. Ball 1, 1-1.
Another breaking ball.
2 out RBIs are what the Bulldogs need here. 2 out RBIs win baseball games.
Here comes the 1-1. Murkovich flies it into center field. Back on it is a center fielder, and he camps under to make the play. That is Noah Barba out there. So that's the third out, but the Bulldogs do scratch across a run and lead 1-0 after 3. We head to the top of the fourth right after this. Welcome back to the broadcast here at Corona High School. Game 2 of matchup between the Riverside Bulldogs and the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Bulldogs took a lead in the bottom of the third, 1-0. And we are in the top of the fourth now. We have a slight defensive change for the Bulldogs. Taking over at catcher is number 12, Nick Valdez, and previous catcher Pearson Loska moves to left, and Kyle Kayberry is out of the game. Brendan Wetnight remains on the mound, and he faces the top of the lineup in Andres Kim, who shows bunt and pulls back for ball 1.
Kim's first at bat, he struck out looking. Wasn't very happy about the call, but we were happy that he struck out. 1-0 is the score here. Top of the fourth inning. Bulldogs lead the Sentinels.
And the second pitch is a ball inside, so it's 2-0. To Kim. Kim, the only starter from the first game to start the second game for the the Sentinels, and he was leadoff both games. But he did play designated hitter last game, and now he's playing second base. The 2-0 pitch swung on and popped down the right field line, and it twists foul out of reach of everybody, so lucky for the Bulldogs that it was a foul ball. Kim, defensively last inning, made a great diving stop, but was unable to throw in time to get Sam Neufeld. So he was DH the first game, and we get a taste of his defense here in game 2. Count is 2-1 now. He stands back in after jogging down the first base line on that foul ball. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Wet Knight. Swung on and grounded to the shortstop. That's Neufeld. He bobbles it and throws not in time, so that's going to be an error for Neufeld. In between hop came up. He was unable to field it cleanly, and at that point it was too late to get Kim. So Kim stands at first base. That'll bring up the second hitter, Andrew Schultz, second game's designated hitter.
Yeah, he got charged that ball. Neufeld, he sat back on his heels, let that ball eat him up. At shortstop, you got to charge the baseball. Come get it. Hopefully, Wet Knight can pick him up here, get a ground ball, double play.
Kim
Kim
takes
stealing.
off. Valdez's throw is a good one, but a nice slide by Kim, and he's able to avoid a tag. So he steals successfully there and takes advantage of being on base. And so now there's a runner at second, nobody out. And I didn't catch if that first pitch was a ball or a strike. Did you?
Strike.
It was a strike. So it's 0-1. Still nobody out this inning. Andrew Schultz on. Andres Kim represents the tying run as Schultz takes a ball outside 1-1. Nobody out with a runner on second in a one-run game. Wet Knight really needs to buckle down to get himself out of this unscathed. The 1-1 pitch to Schultz. Taking his time is Wet Knight. He steps off.
Smart by Wet Knight right there. A lot of pitchers. Neufeld showed him the glove to pick off when he ran towards second base. A lot of pitchers forget about their shortstop and just pitch the ball, but Wet Knight stepped off, knew that his shortstop was out of position. Good play there by Wet Knight.
Schultz hits a chopper over the first baseman's head for a base hit. They're trying to score Kim. Here comes the throw from Arcos, not in time, and Schultz moves to second on the throw. So he switches places with Kim there, and we are tied up just like that, 1-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. And that's the first hit of the ball game for the Sentinels. A chopper single, and he advanced on the throw. And the third hitter, the shortstop, Jackson Critch, is now up.
Critch 0 for 1.
Wet Knight still hasn't gotten an out this inning, so hoping to do that now. And that ball is flown into shallow center. Merkovich coming in, makes the play. Schultz took the first couple steps and then retreated, and it was a wise move as Merkovich's throw was a good one to third. So Critch does not move the runner over and gets himself out. One out. And Darren Tesson, the catcher and the four-hitter, is now up.
That hit by Schultz was the very first one given up by Wet Knight here in this game. So he goes 2 innings and doesn't give up a hit.
3 innings.
3 innings, doesn't give up a hit.
3+. First pitch to Tesson, misses low and inside, ball 1. And it's 1-0.
1-1 is the score here. Top of the fourth inning.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Wet Knight. He's very deliberate with runners on base. And he actually does an inside move to make sure Schultz stays honest over there.
Yeah, nice little spaghetti move. He lifts his leg and turns, but no one was there, just to keep an eye on the guy on second base.
Make sure he doesn't stray too far off. The 1-0 is grounded hard off the glove of the diving third baseman Villalobos. Tesson will move to second, and he will be safe. Schultz scores on the play, called a double. The throw maybe was going to beat him, but Halpert couldn't dig it out, and he gets by him, and Tesson slides in safely to second. So switches places with the runner again, and there's still one out. And the Sentinels take a 2-1 lead. And up to bat is the left fielder, Joe Morin.
Tesson hit that one really hard down the line. Jesse almost snagged that, but just out of the reach of his glove as Tesson gets an RBI double. And now it'll be Joe Morin.
He's playing even with the back, so had he been playing a little further back, he maybe would have had a better chance at it. Regardless, it was hit very hard, so it's a double. Here comes the first pitch to Morin. He swings and misses. Strike one. 0-1, one out here in the top of the fourth at Corona High School. Sentinels just took a 2-1 lead, 2 runs this inning, after the Bulldogs scored 1 in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch to Morin. It's in the dirt. He checks his swing successfully, so it's 1-1. Good block by Valdez, the new catcher, to make sure no advance by Tesson. And here comes the 1-1. And that ball misses inside. So he falls behind 2-1.
2-1 is the score also. Here.
2-1 the count, 2-1 the score.
Sentinels take the lead here in the top of the fourth.
And that ball is ripped up the middle for a base hit. And they're sending home Tesson. He gets by Merkovich in center. So Morin will advance to second, and he's trying for a round. He takes a hard round at second, but stays there. And so that'll go as a base hit, RBI single, and an advance on an error by the center fielder. And now the Sentinels have a 3-1 lead. And all of a sudden, Wet Knight is struggling out there after 3 really good innings.
And that these last couple balls have been hit really hard too, so they're hitting Wet Knight, which, you know, at least he's not walking people. He's around the strike zone. But the Arroyo Seco Sentinels have come out into hit here in this fourth inning, scoring 3 runs now. And Benson's up. He's 0 for 1. He lined out to Bowman, his first at bat.
And he takes a ball outside.
Not Bowman. He actually hit Wet Knight's glove.
That's
on
right.
a line drive, and his glove fell off, and Wet Knight stayed with him, threw him out. And that was a funky play.
1-0 to Benson is a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. 1 out here. Joe Morin, the left fielder at second base. That ball gets by Valdez in the dirt for ball 2. And Morin will advance to third on the, what do you say, that's a wild pitch or
Pass ball. Pass ball for sure. Wasn't really a ball in the dirt. Didn't even hit the dirt, really. Just Valdez came up a little bit and slipped right under his legs. He's got to stick that or at least stop that from going behind his legs. Under his legs, should I say.
Comes the 2-1, and he misses high and inside. 3-1. So in the first 3 innings, Wet Knight was getting ahead of hitters, throwing a lot of strikes, and then this inning he struggled.
Down 3-1 again here with only 1 out.
And here comes the 3-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball 4. Valdez blocked it that time.
That's a good block by Valdez right there. Stop that. If that ball gets through him, that's probably another run. But now first and third with Jason Jamie up and a Jamian up, and now just a ground ball here, double play. Can get Wet Knight out of this inning without giving up any more runs, but he needs to get that right now, or maybe even a strikeout or something.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground like he wanted, but fouled on the third base line. The runner Benson at first bluffed like he was going to steal. And the Sentinels have done a lot of that in these last 2 games.
It's summer ball. Be aggressive. I wish they could see more teams be aggressive on the base pads. and steal bags like the Sentinels do.
And there he goes, and that ball's hit hard. A nice diving play by Villalobos. He had no play at third, so he throws to first and gets the out. And Benson stole second, or was stealing second, so he was not going to be forced out there. Got up and rounded like he was going to go to third, thought better of it. Bowman tried to back pick at second, but he got in safely. So a run scores. It's 4-1. There are 2 outs, and Benson is standing on second base. And now we have a pinch hitter for Daniel Clore, and it is Brock Bell, the big hitter from game 1, and he swings and fouls off pitch number 1.
Yeah, Bell 2 for 4, 6 RBIs first game. And now pinch hitting here with another RBI out there at second base with 2 outs. 4-1 is the score. Sentinels leading the Bulldogs.
And he hits that one hard in the 5-hole for a base hit. They are sending Benson. He scores standing up as the ball got by Loska for a second. And Bell will take second on a bad throw in. So the Bulldogs have gotten a little sloppy here in the top of the 4th, and it is now 5-1. The Sentinels leading the Bulldogs. And there are 2 outs and another man on second base.
Yeah, throwing error there by Loska, just a little too careless with the baseball, and that led Brock Bell to get to second base. And now the score is 5-1. So 5 runs here in the 4th inning after Wet Night goes 3 scoreless. And now Noah Barba will be up. He's 0 for 1.
Took a called strike 1 for the first pitch. And here comes the 0-1. Misses low and inside in the dirt. And it is 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is again low and inside in the dirt. Valdez had to go down to block that one, and it's 2-1. Wet Night was cruising through 3, and now he's struggling to get out of the 4th. He's given up 5 runs so far. There was some misplays in the field, but they've hit the ball hard this inning. And the 2-1 misses outside for ball 3, 3-1.
Yeah, 5 runs, but only 2 of them have been earned. So he's trying to do his best here to get out of this inning.
That ball is chopped, and Halpert makes a nice play on it, running to his left and throws him out. Throws out Barba. So the 3rd out is made, but the Sentinels score 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors. And they lead the Bulldogs 5-1. After 3.5, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Corona High School for the broadcast of the Riverside Bulldogs taking on the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Arroyo Seco just took a 5-1 lead in the top of the 4th. And now Zach Bowman leads off with a foul ball. back into the backstop here in the bottom of the fourth against J.D. Rusamano. Bowman, the fifth hitter in this lineup. Didn't play game one. Out here for game two. And he fouls another pitch back. And that's going to stay in play for the catcher, Darren Tesson, who makes the play for out number one. And now batting will be Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod 2.0.
Yeah, that looked like he was going to go out of play, but that wind just brought it back like it always does. Back into play, and an easy play there by Tesson. And A-Rod 2.0, 0 for 1 already on today, so let's see if he can find a hit here, get on base for this Riverside Bulldogs team down 5-1.
And he takes a big hack and misses on the first pitch, so he's down 0-1. Rusamano gave up 1 run last inning on a balk, but that's the only run he's given up, and the second pitch misses high for ball 1-1. Comes the 1-1 pitch. A-Rod swings and drives it to the left center field gap. Back goes the center fielder. He can't make the play. It's off his glove as he smashes into the wall. Rodriguez will stand on second with a double, and he almost had his second home run of the day, first of the game. And so there's a double for Rodriguez. Almost a great play by Barba in center. He hit the fence right when the ball hit his glove, and so he was unable to hold on to it.
Yeah, that would have been sweet if he would have made that play. But a tough play at that, up against the fence.
Walking slowly in center, but he's staying in. He seems to be okay. And Jesse Villalobos is up for the Sentinels. Rusamano stares him down. Comes set. Checks the runner on second. And the pitch is low and outside for ball 1.
5-1, bottom of the fourth inning. Sentinels lead the Bulldogs. But Bulldogs here, A-Rod 2.0 on second. Villalobos to the plate, trying to claw away, trying to get back in this ball game, down by 4 runs.
And the second pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. 1 out here. Villalobos, Mr. Versatility. 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled hard into the backstop. 1-2.
One, two, 1 out. Villalobos trying to keep this inning alive with a base hit.
That ball's drilled into left field, but under it is the left fielder Morin and makes the play. Rodriguez is unable to advance, so hard contact, but nothing to show for it. And that'll bring up Sam Neufeld, today's shortstop.
Neufeld singled.
Got a base hit on the play that Kim dove to his right, and Neufeld scored the run on the balk last inning. See if he can drive in a run here. 2 outs. Rodriguez stands on second base. First pitch to Neufeld. Swung on and drilled into the left center field gap. That'll get down for a hit. Morin charges in and decides not to throw home, so Rodriguez will score standing. It is 5-2 on an RBI single by Sam Neufeld.
Yeah, and he hit that one hard out to left field. Rodriguez scores easily. And Neufeld now 2 for 2. He scored a run, and now he's driven in one. And now this score's 5-2. As they're just trying to chip away, score a run every inning. And maybe they can do something here, as Marcelo Arcos will be out now. He's over 1. He reached base last time on there.
Hit the ball hard right to the third baseman. Made a fine play, but then threw it away. He takes a called strike 1 on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit hard up the middle for a base hit. Neufeld round second, but decides not to go further. And so it's first and second, 2 outs. And here comes Nick Valdez for Kyle Kayberry. Came in the game at catcher when Loska moved to left. So he's in the spot that Kyle Kayberry was batting, but it's his first at-bat of the game. And he has a runner in scoring position, a runner on first and second, and there's 2 outs. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses.
First and second here. Arcos at first, Neufeld at second. A ball in the gap by Valdez will probably score both of them because both are outfielders / infielders, I guess you could say, and have speed.
Valdez pops one into right field, kind of in no man's land, but Kim runs out there and makes the play. So that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Bulldogs do scratch across another run, but they still trail 5-2 after 4. We'll be right back. We are back on YouTube here at Corona High School. Top of the lineup, Andres Kim stands in the top of the 5th for the Arroyo Seco Sentinels, who hold a 5-2 lead over the Riverside Bulldogs. New pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs, number 13, Alfredo Parras. First pitch for him is a called strike.
Brandon Wet Knight's final line, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So not too shabby with the errors and only giving up 2 earned runs. But down here in the top of the 5th inning, 5-2, Arroyo Seco lead the Bulldogs.
And the second pitch of the at-bat was a breaking ball for a called strike, so it's 0-2 to Andres Kim. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses inside for a ball, 1-2. Kim made the play that ended last inning. And the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Valdez. Nobody on base, so didn't really matter, but 2-2.
Kim also started that whole thing last inning when he got on by an error and then stole second base on top of that.
Here's the 2-2, and he flares one into shallow left field. Neufeld going back, makes the play on a back pedal. And so that's the first out of the inning. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Arroyo Seco leads 5-2. And Andrew Schultz, the designated hitter, is now up to the plate. Schultz, a lefty hitter. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's a called strike anyways, 0-1.
Schultz 1 for 2. He's the one that broke open the hitting for the Sentinels, as Wet Knight had a no-hitter going into the 4th, and he was the one who broke that to give them their first hit.
Schultz hits a foul ball out of play down the third baseline, 0-2. So Parrs has come in and got ahead of both the first two batters he's faced, 0-2. He was able to finish Kim with the flare out. So let's see what he does with Schultz. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he misses outside for a ball, 1-2.
Five to 2. Bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the 5th inning. Pardon me. Arroyo Seco leads.
There's a hard ground ball off the end of the bat, bobbled by Halpert. Throws not in time, so an error by Halpert there. Schultz will reach. Should have been out number 2 there. Halpert can't make the play, and that'll bring up Jackson Critch, the shortstop.
Well, Parrs got the ground ball that he wanted. Halpert couldn't make the play, and now let's see if he can pick him up with a ground ball double play and get him out of this inning.
First pitch misses low and inside for ball 1. And he picks over to first, and they just don't get him. Schultz dives in safely.
I thought he was out.
We thought he was out here from the booth, but that's why we're in the booth and the umpires are on the field. And he picks again. That one gets away from Bowman and rolls to the fence. Schultz will take second easily, and he's on his way to third, and it looks like he'll make it there. So a miscue there after not getting him on the initial pick. They try again, and the ball gets away, and he moves up 2 bases. And he's standing 90 feet away with only 1 out for Jackson Critch, who still has a 1-0 count against him. And here comes the 1-0 delivery. Swung on and hit hard to the shortstop. Neufeld backhands and throws across the field, not in time and a little offline. So Critch will reach with an RBI single, and it is now 6-2. Arroyo Seco on top. And the 4-hitter Darren Tesson, the catcher, is now batting. Neufeld did all he could to make that play, but Critch had just a little too much speed. So here comes the first pitch to Tesson. In the dirt. Ball 1, 1-0.
6 errors on the day for the Bulldogs. So 4 in the first game, 6 here. Tough day defensively.
It's not a recipe for winning ball games, and there's a called strike 1, 1-1.
But trying to bounce back from it. Here we go. Parrs, 1-1. Trying to just get a double play ground ball. Get him out of this inning.
That ball is jam shot. And they called.
No idea what just happened right there.
They called it a fair ball, which seemed like the obvious thing. Tesson didn't run, though. It jammed him and kind of floated on one hop to Bowman.
And Tesson just stood at home plate like that. He didn't know what just happened.
And Bowman threw over to second for a minute where Critch was surely safe. So I got confused. But in the end, Tesson's out at first. Critch stands at second. And the 5th hitter, Joe Morin, is now up, and he takes a called strike 1. There are 2 outs. So I don't know what was going on in Tesson's head there. But he confused all of us by not running.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Here comes the 0-1. Ball inside. Morin had to move out of the way of that one. 1-1.
6-2, top of the fifth inning. Arroyo Seco leads the Bulldogs here at Corona High School. Game 2 of this doubleheader today. Seco won the first game 12-5. Lead the second game here 6-2.
And the 1-1 pitch misses low and outside for ball 2, 2-1. Morin trying to add to the lead for Arroyo Seco. Parrs trying to make sure they don't add to the lead. And Morin cracks one down the left field line. That'll get down for a base hit. Should be extra bases. Critch will score standing up. And Morin will stand at second base with an RBI double. So a 2-out RBI again for Arroyo Seco. And they lead 7-2 now, with Brandon Benson due up. Morin standing on second base. Still 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Benson. He pops it foul into the parking lot.
2 runs here given up by Parrs, both unearned. 7 runs in the ball game against the Bulldogs, 2 of them earned.
The Bulldogs have 2 runs themselves, so we'd be in a tied ball game if it weren't for the errors. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Parrs after checking the runner at second. In the dirt, a good block by Valdez. That hit a good few feet in front of the plate. And so it's 1-1. Still 2 outs. 7-2 lead for Arroyo Seco and the Sentinels. That ball is chopped right back to the pitcher, Parris, who will flip to Bowman at first, and that'll be the inning. Arroyo Seco scores 2 runs on 2 hits. There's also 2 errors by the Bulldogs. So after 4.5, Sentinels 7, Bulldogs 2. We'll be right back. Good to have you back with us here at Corona High School. For the Riverside Bulldogs trail the Arroyo Seco Sentinels 7-2 in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Game 1 was taken by the Sentinels 12-5, and Game 2 is going the Sentinels' way so far. Here in the bottom of the 5th, J.D. Rusimano remains on the mound, and Aaron Halpert, the 2-hitter for the Bulldogs, stands in and takes high for ball 1. Halpert chops one to third off the glove of the third baseman Bell. Halpert will round and head for second. Here comes the throw, and Halpert is a sitting duck, and he is out at second base. So he got the hit by Bell and tried to stretch into a double, but Morin was having none of that and left and made a good throw to Kim at second, who applied the tag. So a hit, but 1 out after 1 batter here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here comes Pearson Loska. He started the game as a catcher, now in left field. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball for a called strike 1, 0-1.
I've seen a lot of guys try to take second base on that ball hit down the line by the Bulldogs and get thrown out at second. Marcelo Arcos has done that a couple times, so you almost want to be not as aggressive because you're down by 5 runs trying to get base runners, but Halper wanted to be aggressive at summer ball. Being aggressive isn't always the worst thing, as Loska looks at ball 1. 1-1.
And ball 2 in the dirt there on the 1-1 pitch, so it's 2-1. Loska has some pop in that bat. Kind of guy you want up with runners on. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and fouled back into the backstop. So it's 2-2. Rusamano still going strong. Gave up a run on a balk in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gave up a run last inning on a base hit by Sam Neufeld. But still has a 7-2 lead. And the 2-2 pitch misses low in the dirt. And it's a full count, 3-2 with 1 out. Here comes the 3-2 to Loska. Swung and flared into right field, but it keeps going over the head of the right fielder. And Loska will have himself a double. It looked like he just flicked the bat out there.
That was just straight power right there by Pearson Loska. I mean, he just literally looks like he just was off balance and just threw his hands at the ball, and he flicked it out to right field and one-hopped the fence in the process. So nice show of power there by Pearson Loska with a 1-out double, and Max Mirkovic is up. He's 0 for 2 after having a really good game last game, going 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a home run. Let's see what he can do here with 1 out, 7-2. Arroyo Seco lead the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Loska's not the fastest runner, so a base hit is not necessarily a run. And Mirkovic takes a called strike 1, 0-1. Rusamano back, ready to pitch. That ball misses high and inside. So it's 1-1. Mirkovic, the center fielder in both of today's games, plays all 3 outfield positions. He swings at the 1-1 pitch, fouls it into the backstop, 1-2. It was the first pitch. First pitch was actually called a ball, so it is 2-1. My mistake. And he swings at the 2-1 pitch and fouls it into the backstop, so it's 2-2.
Mirkovic took a nice hack at that one, really showing the speed in his bat. But here with 1 out with Loska at second, trying to drive in a run.
Here comes the 2-2. And a breaking ball that's called strike 3 on the inside corner. Mirkovic is shocked by it as he walks back to the dugout as the 2nd out. And here comes Zach Bowman. So 2 outs now, and Loska standing on second base.
Yeah, really good curveball there by Rusamano. Got Mirkovic frozen pretty much. He didn't like the call, but Rusamano got him. 7-2, 2 outs here.
And Bowman hits a hard shot, and it's a 1-hop diving play by the first baseman Ajamian, who will flip over to Rusamano covering the bag at first. So a hard hit ball by Bowman and a great play by Ajamian to get him. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs that inning. We head to the 6th, 7-2, Sentinels on top. And we're back. Live and amplified on YouTube here from Bradford Evans Page. Bradford had to call in sick today, so Drew Knight and Mason Jandro on the call. Alfredo Parras back out on the mound for the Riverside Bulldogs, who trail the Arroyo Seco Sentinels 7-2 in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Top of the 6th inning, the first pitch to Jason Ajamian was a ball, 1-0, and he swings and drives the second pitch into center field for a hard single, and he'll stand at first base. Ajamian follows his great defensive play to end last inning with a solid base hit, and that'll bring up Brock Bell, the third baseman of the first game, and coming in as a replacement third baseman in Game 2 here.
Already has an RBI, 7 on the day. It's 6 in the first game. Had 1 today.
And only 1 at bat so far in this game. Top of the 6th inning, nobody out. Ajamian on first, Alfredo Parras on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Bell. A called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A breaking ball that misses outside. So it is 1-1 to Bell. Bell can hit for power. And he hits the ball hard almost every time he's up, at least from what we've seen. Here's the 1-1. Ball outside. Ajamian took a big secondary. Valdez thought about back picking to first, but decides to hold the ball. It's 2-1 to Bell.
7-2. Arroyo Seco leading the Riverside Bulldogs, top of the 6th inning.
And here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that ball is hit hard up the middle. Neufeld can't make the play. That's another error. That was a sure double play ball if Neufeld fields it cleanly, but it came up on him and went through his glove into center field. So Bell will reach, and Ajamian stands at second. There's nobody out. And Noah Barba is up to bat. Barba today, this game, center fielder. Came in a little bit last game in right, but started this game in center.
7 errors now in Game 2 for the Bulldogs. And that's really come back to haunt them as Noah Barba looks at ball 1, pulls back a bunt, maybe being sacrificed here with 0 outs.
Nobody out, first and second. A classic time to sacrifice. However, summer ball is not the most
known for sacrifice bunting, but who knows?
And the second pitch is swung on and fouled out of play down the third base line. And that was well out of play, but Loska and left chased it down. It landed foul, so it's strike 1, 1-1. Parras looking for a sign, gets it, comes set, delivers the 1-1, and that was tried, an attempted bunt, jabbed at and missed by Barba. So after the full swing, he did go for the sack bunt, but he missed it. So now he is 1-2, and if he tries to bunt again, it has to be a fair ball. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that swung on and missed by Barba, so a good pitch by Parras to get the strikeout there.
Great little slider there. Got Barba chasing. And now back to the top of the order with Andres Kim. His 4th at bat. He's 0-for-3 in the second game. But runners on first and second, and let's see if Parras can get another ground ball for double play.
Kim has reached on an error. First pitch, called strike at the knees, 0-1.
7-2, Arroyo Seco leading the Bulldogs. Top of the 6th inning.
And here comes the 0-1 after Parra stares down the runner on second, and it's a chopper, and Villalobos will take it to his own bag and then throw to first. So there's the double play that we needed. And so that gets them out of the inning unscathed. After 5.5, the Sentinels remain on top, 7-2. Welcome back to Corona High School, where the Riverside Bulldogs trail the Arroyo Seco Sentinels from Pasadena, 7-2. We have a pitching change here in the bottom of the sixth, taking over on the mound for the Sentinels after 5 pretty good innings from J.D. Rusamano is number 33, Max Diomeses.
Yeah, J.D. Rusamano's final line, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 Ks, no walks. So a pretty solid outing there by J.D. Rusamano of the Arroyo Seco Sentinels.
And Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod 2.0, up to the plate. He hit a hard double, almost got out of here, hit the wall. Almost a great catch also by the center fielder, Noah Barba, but ended up as a double. And so he's up for the 3rd time in game 2. 7-2, Sentinels lead. Diomeses winds and delivers in the dirt for ball 1, 1-0.
Wind's definitely starting to pick up here later in the game. Swirling now. Feels almost into us here at the Corona High School and Snack Bar.
And A-Rod takes a big swing and a miss on that pitch, so it's 1-1.
Doubled last time.
And he swings and chops one towards the third base dugout where the Sentinels sit for a foul ball. 1-2.
7-2, Arroyo Seco leading the Bulldogs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Story of the game, Riverside Bulldogs, 7 errors. Out of the 7 runs scored by the Sentinels, only 2 of them have been earned.
So here's Diomeses 1-2 to Rodriguez. He chops one to the third baseman. Bell picks it up and throws on to first in time. That's a Jamian over there for out number 1. That'll bring up Jesse Villalobos, the third baseman, who turned the double play to end last inning, get the Bulldogs out of a jam. Bulldogs still trail 7-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Max Diamicis on the mound.
Villa was looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 2 in the second game.
First pitch is a breaking ball that goes into the dirt for ball 1. 1-0. Diamicis pitches from the windup. The 1-0 pitch is another curveball. That one called for a strike. 1-1.
There's a nice little loopy curveball they just threw in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Diamicis.
And that time a fastball just misses high. So it's 2-1 to Villalobos. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and it misses outside, so it's 3-1. Good hitters count. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs trail 7-2.
Yeah, 3-1 count here. Let's see if Jesse can drive something.
Diamicis delivers. That ball swung on and popped up into shallow center. Back goes Critch, and he can't make the play. Kind of in no man's land there. Critch, the shortstop, had the best chance at it, but it was still a hard play for him, and he reaches out, doesn't even make contact with his glove. So that'll fall in for a base hit for Villalobos. And with 1 out, there's a base runner on first for Sam Neufeld. Neufeld, who scored the first run and drove in the second run for the Bulldogs in today's game, but he's also made a couple errors at shortstop.
Yeah, Neufeld's been an offensive threat, but also a defensive liability almost. So hopefully he can make up for it with with defense. With offense.
First pitch to Neufeld. A curveball that misses low for a ball.
Ten hits now for Riverside after that base hit by Jesse Villalobos.
And that's a called strike on a curveball, so the count evens at 1-1.
7-2, Arroyo Seco leading the Bulldogs. The bottom of the 6th inning.
That ball is flared down the first base line, but foul. Had some crazy spin on it.
Yeah, nice little cue ball there off the end of the bat by Neufeld. Those are not fun to field off a righty's bat from if you're a first baseman or second baseman. That ball is spinning and going every other direction that you have no idea what's going to happen when it starts bouncing around.
It's 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 from Diamicis, and it misses in the dirt. 2-2. Two count, 1 out. Villalobos on first. 7-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the 2-2. A curveball that smacked, just foul down the third baseline. Neufeld was not fooled by the breaking ball there, but was just early on it.
Yeah, Diamicis hung that just a bit, and Neufeld was just a bit ahead of it. Stayed back a little bit longer, and that's driven through the 5-6 hole for a base hit, and his 3rd hit of the game.
As it stands, it's 2-2. 1 out. Comes the 2-2 pitch again, and it's fouled again. This time into the parking lot down the first base line. Diamicis takes his time on the mound, especially from the stretch here. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And he picks over to first. Villalobos is back with a dive safely. sun is starting to set here. Still plenty of daylight, but getting lower in the sky. Neufeld grounds one hard into the 5-hole for a base hit past the dive of the third baseman Bell. So first and second with one out here, and Marcelo Arcos, the 9-hitter of game 2, will stand at the plate. And Darren Tesson will have a meeting with the Amicis on the mound here. Make sure they're on the same page as Arcos stands in with a runner in scoring position at second and a runner at first.
A third hit for Neufeld in the second game. 3 for 3. And now Arcos, who singled last time, also trying to do something here with one out. Villalobos at second, Neufeld at first. Amicis' first inning of work. He's already thrown 16 pitches in this 6th inning.
First pitch curveball, called for a strike.
He definitely has got that pitch going for him. That little loopy curveball he likes to throw for a strike. See if he can use that to his advantage, or will Marcelo Arcos make him pay for it?
The 0-1 pitch is grounded hard to the shortstop, who fields it nicely, throws to second and on to first for a double play, an inning-ending double play. So the Bulldogs do not score. They had 2 hits. There was no errors, but they leave a runner on as Arcos grounds into the double play. We head to the 7th inning. The score remains 7 for the Sentinels, 2 for the Bulldogs. Welcome back to Corona High School. Sentinels of Arroyo Seco still lead the Riverside Bulldogs 7-2 here in the top of the 7th. Alfredo Parras remains on the mound. We have one defensive change for the Bulldogs to report. Ethan Watt is now in the game as second base for Aaron Halpert. And Andrew Schultz is batting for the Sentinels, and he is ahead in the count 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Parras, and it's shot into the left center field gap. On the run is Loska. He can't get it, fields it on a hop, gets it in quickly, so it'll be a single for Schultz, his second hit of the game. And that'll bring up the third hitter, Jackson Critch.
So a blue single there by Schultz.
And that ball misses high and inside and gets past Valdez, so Schultz will take second base. So there's a man on second with nobody out with 1 ball, no strikes. 7-2 ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. at Corona High School. Here comes the 1-0, and that misses inside again. Critch having to move out of the way of these pitches to avoid them. It's 2-0 to Critch. A good hitter's count. Critch takes a big swing on an off-speed pitch, but just foul tips it back. So it's 2-1.
2-1, 7-2. Arroyo Seco leading the Bulldogs. Top of the 7th inning.
5 unearned runs for Arroyo Seco is the story of the game. Game 2 of this doubleheader. And a breaking ball there just misses inside, so it's 3-1. Tried to break back over the plate, but couldn't quite make it, so it's 3-1, nobody out. Jackson Critch batting, Andrew Schultz standing on second base. And Alfredo Parra's 3-1 delivery is popped way up in the air to center field. Merkovich has it in his tracks, makes the play. Schultz bluffs, does not stray very far off second base. So 1 out. Runner remains on second, and Darren Tesson will come to the plate.
Tesson's 1 for 3 today. Doubled in the 4th inning. Grounded out to shortstop and first base, the other 2 at-bats.
That ball's grounded to the third baseman, but it just goes foul. Villalobos was ready to make the play. 0-1.
One out. Schultz at second base for Arroyo Seco. Tesson at the plate.
And the 0-1 pitch is a beautiful curveball. Called for a strike. Looked like it fooled Tesson up there. And it's 0-2.
0-2, got to be smart here by Parras. Can't give up a hit, 0-2.
And that ball is driven down the left field line. Just foul.
Just like that, just too much of a hanging breaking ball there. And Tesson just ahead of that. If that was fair, that would have been a real nightmare for the Bulldogs when Parras is up 0-2 in a count. He's got to be smarter.
Oh and 2. The count remains. Darren Tesson standing up there. Here comes another 0-2 pitch. Misses inside for a ball. 1-2. 1 out. Andrew Schultz on second. 7-2 lead for Arroyo Seco. That ball is turned on and pulled well foul down the left field line by Tesson. Arroyo Seco plays their home games in Pasadena at Jackie Robinson Memorial Stadium. In Arroyo Seco recently, there was a music festival of the same name. That pitch comes inside and gets Tesson. So it'll be first and second with only 1 out. And Joe Morin coming up. Looked like a breaking ball.
Yeah, just a 1-2 curveball that just got away from Parras, hits him right in the back. And now Morin's up. He's 2 for 3 today. Doubled his last time, singled the time before that. So he's found a little hot streak here in the last 2 at-bats. Now with runners on first and second and 1 out. See what he can do. Parras needs a ground ball right here. Double play.
Comes the first pitch, and that misses outside, and both runners will advance. That ball bounced off the bricks behind home plate and rolled all the way to first baseman Bowman, who was charging in. So second and third now with 1 out. And it's a 1-0 count to Joe Morin.
Yeah, wild pitch there, just got away from Parras. And Now, infield isn't in. I'm surprised the infield's not in. I feel like they can't give up any more runs. Corners are in, though.
And the 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike. So it's 1-1.
But I am surprised that the second baseman and shortstop aren't in on the infielder for the Bulldogs. They got to cut that runner down. Already down by 5 runs in the game.
The 1-1 pitch misses outside and low, so it's 2-1.
.50 pitches already thrown by Bars and 2 1/3.
Bulldogs are not known for their pitch efficiency. And there's another ball on a 2-1 count, so it's 3-1.
One out. 7-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Arroyo Seco leading.
That ball swung on and fouled straight back. Up over the backstop. And it's a full count. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Morin, so a big strikeout there by Pars. So there's 2 outs now. And Brandon Benson coming up to the plate.
Yeah, big fastball there. Blew up by him. Got Morin swinging over the top of it. And now 2 outs in the inning. And Pars can get out of this unscathed. Benson's 0 for 2.
Here's the first pitch to Benson. A called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1.
0 for 2 with a walk. Got a little action in the first game. By little, I mean he pinch ran. And that was about it.
And a half swing that's rolled slowly. Pars off to the mound to his left will pick it up and toss to Bowman at first, so he strands 2 runners on second and third. Gets out of the inning with no runs. 1 hit, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7-2 Sentinels over the Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the broadcast here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bulldogs are up, down 7-2 to the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Nick Valdez will be up. He's 0 for 1 on the day, as he got his first at bat in the 4th inning. Flew out, or popped up, should I say, to the second baseman, Andres Kim. Max Diamisi's still on the mound for the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. And here's the first pitch. Ball up there to Valdez. 7 errors today for the Riverside Bulldogs. 2 should I say, for the Sentinels, as that ball's in the dirt. 1, 2-0 is the count. The 2-0 to Valdez is popped in the air down the right field line. Going back is a Jamian, but he cannot come up with it for a foul ball. First strike in the inning. 2-1 now is the count.
And I am back. Thank you, Mason. 2-1 to Nick Valdez. Diamisis remains on the mound, as you pointed out. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and drilled into right field for a base hit. Gets by the right fielder and goes all the way to the fence, and Valdez is standing on second. And looks like he maybe could have made it to third. There was some confusion with the third base umpire, but he's standing on second base. That's Brandon Benson out there in right who made the misplay. An error out there, so a base hit advancing on the error.
And they got a leadoff guy now on second base for Ethan Watt. He'll get his first opportunity here in the second game. He played the first game, got 4 at-bats, went 1 for 4. And now his first at-bat here in game 2.
And it is a curveball for a called strike. The first pitch of the at-bat to Watt.
Yeah, there's that famous Max Diamisi's floating curveball that he just throws in there for a strike. Now 0-1.
Swung on and chopped up the middle, charging his pitch. He makes the play, throws on to first for the out. Valdez will move up to third on the play, so 1 out, man on third base. Bulldogs still trail by 5. But Pearson Loska is up. Loska hit a double his last time up over the right fielder's head. He'd take a ground ball or a deep fly ball here with 1 out.
Yeah, Loska 2 for 3 today. Looking to get his 3rd hit in the ball game. And another RBI. Or his first RBI, should I say, in the ball game.
And there it will be. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Loska will be thrown out by Critch. But Valdez scores on the play, so it is 7-3 now with 2 outs and Max Merkovich coming up. Loska got his job done. And the Bulldogs trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Merkovich is hit on a line to right field. Benson makes sure he keeps it in front of him that time. So it'll be a single with 2 outs, nobody on for Merkovich, and Zach Bowman will come to the plate. Try to keep the 2-out rally going.
Arroyo Seco leading 7-3. Riverside's got 13 hits, though, to Arroyo's 8. But Riverside also has 7 errors to Arroyo's 3. Seems to be the difference as Bowman looks at ball 1.
Another curveball by Diamisis. That one missed. Bowman's a prime candidate if Diamisis hangs a curveball as he picks over to first. Merkovich dives back safely. If he hangs a curveball, Bowman is one of the guys you'd think could really get a hold of one and make this 2-run ball game. And another pick over to first. Merkovich back safely with a dive again. Here comes the 1-0. Merkovich was off with the pitch, and he steals successfully. The throw was not a bad one, but it skips off the glove of Critch covering the base. So Merkovich slides in safely, and it's 2-0. That was a ball on the pitch.
And now a base hit here by Bowman scores Merkovich easily and makes this game 7-4.
And he flies it into shallow center. Incoming is Barba, and he makes the play a basket catch. Pretty nice running play there by Barba. And that'll be the inning. Riverside scores one more run, and they trail 7-3 as we head into the 8th. Welcome back to Corona High School. Riverside Bulldogs trail the Arroyo Seco Sentinels 7-3. Here as we start the top of the 8th, Alfredo Parras is back on the mound for the Bulldogs. Pearson Losca and Jesse Villalobos switch spots. So Losca is now at third base and Villalobos is in left, and the first pitch of the inning is a called strike to Jason Ajamian, first baseman for the Sentinels. So it's 0-1. The second pitch is in the dirt. A good pick by Valdez, 1-1.
Jamie in 1 for 2, singled his last time in the 6th. Cut down in a double play.
That ball is hit hard up the middle. Neufeld bobbles it again. Throws not in time to get a Jamian. Good stretch by Bowman. That ball was hit hard though. So what are we going to call that? Is that
It's an error.
Another error by Neufeld? Is that 3 today?
I don't want to talk about it. It's a lot.
He has 3 hits, but he also has at least 3 errors.
Tough go at it today by Sam Neufeld. And that shortstop position will do it to you.
He's playing DH in the first game, but that is 8 errors now for the Bulldogs. And the third by Neufeld. First pitch to Brock Bell is a ball. So it is 1-0. Second pitch is popped up in the air. Going back is Valdez, and he makes the play. So Bell flies out in foul territory to Nick Valdez. So there's 1 out. And
yeah, big out there by Parras to get that pop-up out. First out of the inning. And now Noah Barba.
That'll bring up Barba. Center fielder in game 2 today. First pitch to him is swung on and flown out to deep left. Villalobos is there, though, and makes the play, and Ajamian retreats to first base. So 2 outs here, man on first. And now batting, number 9, leadoff hitter, Andres Kim.
7-3, top of the 8th inning. Arroyo Seco leading the. And now Kim again, his 5th at bat of the game.
And he had 6 in game 1, so 11 in one day. And he chops that one down the third baseline, foul. And he's behind 0-1. Parras comes set. Off goes Ajamian, and he'll take second easily as the ball skips past Valdez. That's a stolen base. And it is 1-1 with now a man on second and 2 outs for Andres Kim. And we're going to have a pinch runner here, number 4, Brandon Posovac. Started game 1 at second base, comes in for Andres Kim. Or sorry, for Ajamian. So Ajamian's day is finished. Posovac's in at second. Andres Kim is at the plate. 1-1 count. Man on second. 2 outs. Ball in the dirt for ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1, 2 out. See what Parras can do. Dig down deep here and get Kim to get out of this inning and with no runs scored against him.
And the 2-1 pitch is up high for ball 3, 3-1. Still 2 outs here. Parras hoping he can get Kim to get out one way or another here. But a 3-1 count is a good hitter's count. And we'll see how this plays out. There's the delivery, and he misses outside for ball 4. So first and second with 2 outs. Andrew Schultz is coming up, the designated hitter, with Kim on first, Posovac on second, the pinch runner. And still 2 outs.
Yeah, Schultz has had 4 very adventurous at-bats, you could say, with 2 base hits. And then also the other 2 at-bats were both got on base with 2 errors. So on base 4 times today.
And the first pitch to Schultz is a called strike at the knees. 0-1.
Oh, 1, 2 out. 7-3. Arroyo Seco leading.
Top of the 8th inning.
Top of the 8th, sorry.
And here comes 0-1 after a back pick to second base. Posovac dives in safely. So we'll try 0-1 again.
Posovac had 4 hits in game 1.
And the 0-1 pitch to Schultz misses inside for a ball.
One of the bright stars in game 1 as they scored 12 runs against the Bulldogs. Him and Brock Bell.
The 1-1 pitch popped up in the air to left field. Villalobos coming in, makes the play on the run for the 3rd out of the inning. So through 7.5, it's 7-3 Sentinels on top. Welcome back to Corona High School, where the Riverside Bulldogs trail the Arroyo Seco Sentinels in the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-3. Max Diamisis remains on the mound for the Sentinels. And Alex Rodriguez leads off the inning for the Bulldogs. He's hit the ball hard a few times. First pitch is a curveball that misses high for a ball. 1-0 to Rodriguez, A-Rod 2.0.
A-Rod 1 for 3, doubled in the game today.
That pitch misses high and inside, 2-0.
Also hit a towering home run in game 1 over the scoreboard in left field.
Pitch misses low and inside, so it's 3-0 now to Rodriguez. Bottom of the 8th inning, trailing by 4 runs in game 2 of this doubleheader. And that's ball 4, so 4 straight pitches and a walk for Alex Rodriguez to start off the 8th inning. And Jesse Villalobos is now batting.
See what Villalobos can do here. Singled his last time out, 1 for 3 today.
Diamisis sets and deals. A curveball misses low and inside, ball 1.
Diamisis not getting that curveball for a strike, which is what he's been doing in previous at-bats. As the 1-0 pitch is coming. Hits off the shin guard of Tessin, and advancing to second base will be Alex Rodriguez. So Tessin just missed that one pretty much, and Rodriguez will walk to second base.
It's 2-0 now to Villalobos, and maybe a little rally here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Bulldogs. About 2.5 hours into this game, game 2 of a doubleheader. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Misses high and inside, so 7 pitches and 7 balls in the bottom of the 8th so far for Diamisis. And the 3-0 pitch is called for a strike. So finally Diamisis finds that strike zone, but he still trails 3-1 to Villalobos. Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-3, Sentinels. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and popped foul over the backstop. Right behind us. And it's a full count with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th, and Alex Rodriguez standing on second base.
See what Jesse can do here. Singled last time. Let's see if he can do it again. 13 hits on the day for the Bulldogs.
And he swings and foul tips it into the mitt of Tessin. So that's a strikeout, and that's the first out of the 8th inning. And here comes Sam Neufeld to bat again. He's looking for his 4th hit of the day. He's also made 3 errors. So a tale of 2 sides of the ball for Neufeld. First pitch is a looping curveball that falls in for a strike, 0-1.
See what Neufeld could do here. Trying to get hit number 4.
And that ball misses high. 1-1, 1 out. Rodriguez at second. Sentinels have 7 runs. Bulldogs have 3. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a curveball is hit on the ground to the third baseman, Bell. Picks it up and throws just in time to get Neufeld. Or was it? Was he safe? They called him safe.
Safe.
So Bell took his time at third and held the runner at second, but didn't give himself enough time to throw out the runner at first. So
Yeah, a little, not a physical error, but a mental error, though, by Brock Bell, trying to hold that guy on third base, but didn't get the ball where it kind of took Neufeld's speed for granted, and that gives Sam Neufeld his 4th hit of the day.
And Marcelo Arcos is now batting with 2 runners on and 1 out. He swings at the first pitch and misses, so he's down 0-1. Still only 1 out. Double play ball is what Diamicis would like. Arcos would like a ball in the gap.
So would I.
Here comes the 0-1. Misses outside for a ball. 1-1. Still 1 out. Neufeld standing on first. Rodriguez standing on second. Diamicis on the mound. Marcelo Arcos at the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. And he's down 1-2. On deck is Nick Valdez in the leadoff spot, but he didn't start the game as the leadoff hitter. He came in for Kyle Kayberry. Kayberry played the whole first game, so gets a breather here in game 2.
See if Arcos can battle here 1-2. Just trying to keep this inning alive, get a base hit.
And he swings and misses at a high fastball, so he strikes out. 2nd out of the inning. And Nick Valdez will come to the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 men on.
Valdez singled his last time. See if he can do it again here. That'd be a big base hit.
Swings at the first pitch. Smacks it off a sign on the backstop. Strike 1. 0-1.
This will be our last home broadcast of the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed myself, Bradford, and Drew all season long, as that ball is up for ball 1, 1-1.
Yeah, it's a shame Bradford couldn't be here for the last game. He's been doing most of the work for us. But hopefully he feels better soon. He was really sick today, I guess. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Valdez. Swung on and driven to center field, but a few steps over is the center fielder who'll make the play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. After 8 full, Arroyo Seco is beating Riverside 7-3. and welcome back to the broadcast here on YouTube. And we are in the ninth inning now of the Sccbl matchup between the Riverside Bulldogs and the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Sentinels lead 7-3, start the top of the ninth. New pitcher for the Bulldogs. Sccbl comes in, and the first pitch he throws is hit deep by Jackson Critch, and a nice running play by Max Merkovich in center field. So one pitch, one out, even though it was hit hard. It was effective for
Yeah, that's a
Sccbl.
great play by Max Merkovich going back. Good first step. Puts his glove up, kind of leaps a little bit to catch that over the shoulder. And one out there for Sccbl. And now it'll be Darren Tesson. He's 1 for 3.
Tesson got hit by a pitch his last time. First pitch to him is high for a ball. Ball 1-0.
Sccbl, brother of Chase Sccbl, catcher that we had for half the season before he got called up to the big leagues, you could say, to a bigger and better scout team, as Sccbl throws a strike there. Reed goes to Cypress College.
He will be a freshman there this year. Here's the 1-1. And it misses. Breaking ball, low for a ball. Chase Sccbl, we nicknamed Spider-Man.
A really good catcher.
He was a good defensive catcher. He was also a very good offensive player, so it makes sense that he got to go on and play. That pitch is fouled back to the backstop, 2-2. Darren Tesson, always a threat to hit the ball well. And he takes called strike 3. Got fooled there on an off-speed pitch. And so Sccbl comes in, gets one guy with one pitch, and then strikes out the next guy. The 3-4 hitters in this Sentinel lineup. And Joe Morin will step up with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth inning. His team on top 7-3. 8 errors tonight for the Bulldogs.
Really been the story of the game.
5 unearned runs, I should say. And the first pitch to Morin is a called strike. 0-1. Sccbl's delivery on the 0-1 is another called strike, so he's ahead 0-2 quickly here to Joe Morin. There are 2 outs in the inning.
Sccbl making some quick work of these Sentinel batters. The 0-2.
Just misses a breaking ball in the outside corner. Good 0-2 pitch. Due up for the last chance, the bottom of the ninth inning, is Ethan Watt, Pearson Loska, and Max Merkovich. So good guys to get a rally started. And there's strike 3, a swing and a miss in the dirt. Valdez picks it up and tags Morin. So Sccbl comes in, gets 2 strikeouts and a fly out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the ninth. The Bulldogs still trail 7-3. We are back for the last half inning of the Riverside Bulldogs home summer season. Bottom of the ninth here against the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Sentinels lead 7-3. New pitcher on the mound for the Sentinels. It is number 24, Patrick Pena. And he'll face the two-hitter, Ethan Watt. Came in as a second baseman. And he takes a ball 1-0. It'll be Watt, Loska, Murkovic, and if anyone gets on, Bowman. So if they need a rally, these are the guys they want up. And it's 2-0 quickly as another ball misses high.
And Ethan Watt actually taking pitches here. He never does that. There's the swing.
Big swing and a miss on that one.
There's the cut that we're used to seeing Ethan Watt take. Two-one. Bottom of the ninth inning. 7-3. Sentinels lead the Bulldogs.
5 unearned runs for the Sentinels in this game. And they lead by 4, so there's a pitch that misses low and outside. 3-1 to Watt. Chris Joyce would love his team to rally here. 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled into the parking lot, so it is 3-2. Three and 2 to Watt. Here's Pena's delivery. And the pitch swung on and missed, so that's strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning for the Sentinels, and that'll bring up Pearson Loska. A deep ball threat for sure. Just trying to get on base here in the bottom of the ninth inning, down by 4 with 1 out already.
Yeah, a couple big hacks by Watt, but just come up empty.
And he smacks that one down the right field line. That'll stay fair and get down and roll to the wall. Loska on his way to second base with a stand-up double. So it's second double of the ball game. And that'll bring up Max Murkovic. Jumped on the first pitch there and drove it down the line into the corner.
And third hit of the ball game for Loska.
Loska not the fastest runner, but that was an easy stand-up double.
I don't know. He's got some wheels for a big guy. He flew around that first base. 15 hits now on the board for the Bulldogs.
Murkovic swings at the first pitch he sees and can't connect, so it's 0-1. 1 out. Loska on second. Bowman on deck. Murkovic played center field for every inning of both of today's games. Batted fourth both games as well. He takes a ball low and outside, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Pena. Swung on and fouled down the third baseline towards the dugout. So it's 1-2 to Murkovic. Bulldogs down to their last 2 outs of the game. Trailing by 4 with a runner on second. And this is our last home broadcast, as Mason said. We've enjoyed it. We've had a lot of fun. Murkovic swings and stays alive with a foul tip. Stays around home plate.
Yeah, bummed Bradford couldn't be here for the last outing. He's sick. But, yeah, it's been a fun season.
Been a real pleasure. Been a good experience for us. We're all trying to advance ourselves as broadcasters. And there is a ball, so it's 2-2. 1 out. Loska on second base. Still down 7-3. Patrick Pena on the mound. 2-2 count to Max Murkovic. He chokes up. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. So that's the second out of the inning. And they're down to their last out, and Zach Bowman is up to the plate against Patrick Pena. Loska still on second. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth.
Story of this game, 8 errors for Riverside. Out of the 7 runs, only 2 of them are earned.
Bowman swings at the first pitch and fouls it into the backstop. 0-1. Should he reach Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod 2.0 is on deck. Pena would like to get Bowman right here and end the game. And here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed on an off-speed pitch. And he's down 0-2. Down to the last strike now.
7-3. 1 strike away are the Sentinels. Bowman trying to keep this game alive.
And Bowman hits it into the 5-hole. That's a base hit. Loska will stay at third. And so Bowman does keep the game alive for now. And here comes Alex Rodriguez. He's had some big hits so far today. Looking for more here against Patrick Pena in the bottom of the ninth. Trailing by 4 with 2 runners on. We know he's got power in his bat. Could potentially make this a 1-run ball game, but that's dream scenario there.
We've seen crazier things in baseball. Anything can happen. A-Rod already had an absolute tank in the first game over the scoreboard. Maybe looking to do that again.
Mrs. Wilkes board out there in left. That's what the sign says. First pitch, misses low for a ball. 1-0. Rodriguez up to the plate. Bowman at first, Loska on third, Pena on the mound. Bowman takes his lead. The second pitch misses inside for a ball, 2-0.
If A-Rod 2.0 will get up, Jesse Villalobos is on deck. And then Sam Neufeld, who has 4 hits today.
It's not out of the question they come back, and the 2-0 pitch is chopped towards the Sentinel dugout for a foul ball. 2-1. Both teams with double-digit hits in this one. And that ball misses inside, so it's 3-1. 2 outs.
Yeah, Pena's struggling here to get this last out.
Bulldogs have battled all season. They haven't won many games, but they have fought till the last out in every single one of them, and it's no different here today. And that's a called strike, a generous call there. Rodriguez thought he had a walk. So now it's 3-2 with 2 outs, 2 men on. Doesn't get any better than this. Pena versus Rodriguez. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and blooped. And it's caught by the third baseman, Brock Bell. So that will do it. Final score, Sentinels 7, Bulldogs 3. That ends the home season for the Bulldogs. It's been a real pleasure broadcasting these games for you guys. Thank you if you've tuned in.
Yeah, it's been a good season. Bulldogs now 2-17 on the season. Their season isn't over, but for home games, it is over. And this were our last 2 home games to broadcast. So yeah, like Drew said, if you tuned in to any of the games and viewed our games and listened in, we really appreciate it. And the final line score for today's game: Arroyo Seco Sentinels 7 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Riverside Bulldogs 3 runs on 16 hits and 8 errors. And I mean, that's pretty much the game there. 8 errors really changed the whole complexion of this game. And the Bulldogs go 0-2 today against the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. And, yeah, we just really enjoyed doing this. It was a good experience for us as us wanting to be broadcasters, talking about Drew, Brad, and I. And sad that Bradford couldn't make it today, but I know he's probably listening. And so
Thank you to Garrett.
yeah, thank you to Garrett Trevino for letting us do this. Thank you for Corona High School for letting us do this on their field, and
Santiago High School.
And Santiago
as well.
High School also, because we had a couple games there. Thank Chris Joyce and the team for letting us talk to them about things and interviews and such things. And thanks to you guys who listened in. So for Drew Knight and Bradford Evans, I'm Mason Jandro, and we're signing off for the very last time. See ya.